All right, here's another example. So this happens. People forget how much money they borrow. So I'm just double checking the bank's work, basically, right? So they sent me a bill that said my student loan debt is $3,060 for one of my loans. The interest rate was 4% per year. That's on there. So I'm just reading that off, and then I'm remembering, like, yeah, that seems more or less like what I signed up for. I remember that it was simple interest, and I took the loan out 3 years ago. I want to make sure that they have the right starting amount, right? You guys see that? Like, how much did I actually borrow to begin with? You should actually check these things. Banks do drop decimal points and screw stuff up occasionally. So, how do you figure this out? What do you start with? What do you know?
You know the time, you know the interest rate, and you know the final amount. So then you would go back
Okay,
and
so
solve for
here's
P.
time, here's rate, here's
A.
A.
And then so you'll go back and solve for P.
Okay, so what equation do I want to use? I know 3,600 should equal
P times plus P times the quantity of 1 plus RT.
okay, and I know R it's 4%, so 0.04, and T was 3. So, cool.
Plus
Plus P. I factored it out.
oh, okay.
Yeah, you could alternatively write this as P plus this stuff times P.
Yeah.
To solve for it, you're going to have to factor P out anyway, so you may as well start that way. Okay, so what do you do now?
You'll want to get the 1 plus all that into the one number if you can.
Divide by B.
Just divide everything.
That is
Divide
the
one
gross
plus
amount
that.
to, just do.
Divide everything by this,
1.1.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to divide both sides by whatever this crap is in the parentheses. Right? So I'm going to get P is $3,060 divided by 1 plus 0.04 times 3.
This is not a number.
And what did you get?
This is not a monetary value you would borrow.
What is it?
2732.14 blah 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 blah.
Okay. Does it seem likely that I borrowed 14 cents?
No.
Yeah. Sure. People sign loans for, quote, the rest of it. Right? Like, you have a scholarship, that's for a nice round number. You have some grant, that's also for a nice round number. And then you have frickin' the rest of it. Yeah, people do this all the time.
Plus whatever loose change you have in your pocket if the time. So
Yeah, and so that's a good idea, right? Because then you don't have to pay interest on loose change that you're just going to lose later anyway. Right? So,
Bring your piggy bank.
yeah, always bring your piggy bank to pay your loan. Don't do that, that's weird. They probably won't even take cash, which is probably why you end up borrowing 14 cents. Okay, cool. Questions? So how do I answer this? Like, what do I write?
Your principal is that number.
You initially borrowed.
Should I put that in like normal person speak?
Yeah, so in normal person speak, you borrowed $2,732.14. Boom. Circle, done. Cool. Questions, things, deals, issues. Cool. You should, by the way, you should always look at not how much money you're borrowing, but how much the long-term cost is going to be. Right?
How much that money's going to cost you.
Yeah, and then look at the actual amount you're paying in interest and wonder to yourself, is it worth this much for me to do this? Right?